All right. How's it going?
Welcome. Welcome back, everybody. How is everybody doing on this fine Saturday evening?
Trevor, what's going on?
Trevor, welcome.
Sorry, we're a little late. That's my
A little
fault.
late. We were having a little meeting of the minds before this on our
We were
page.
learning social media.
We were learning social media by a very smart man named Josh Jacobs. So everybody,
Yes.
hand clap for Josh Jacobs.
And
Okay.
yeah, so bunch of stuff going on there. That was fun. That was
So
very informative.
what are you sipping on tonight?
I didn't even actually have time to grab anything. I have tea. I'm almost done with it.
Well, I got my favorite bottle of wine, but
Excuse me.
we did go by the liquor store today, and we found I do like everybody knows the Twisted Teas and everything nowadays because they're whole SWAT teams and stuff. Twisted Teas taking out towns, but I got the Truly's version they just came out with. It's a tea version. This one's raspberry tea.
Oh yeah, Trulies.
I knew you were gonna be waiting to use that. I knew you were, Kevin.
I couldn't figure out another way to throw it in there, you know?
Yeah. Just let you guys know, Kevin did get a voice changer.
Yeah, I got a few in here. We'll if it's appropriate, I'll throw it in there. Actually, I'm
Yeah,
gonna fix my camera. I'm really zoomed in.
yeah, you are zoomed in. Look at that sweet shirt, guys. He's
Oh
zipping
yeah.
right
Oh
there. You
oh
see
yeah.
everybody's hair
Boom.
and that Heather Gray shirt. That's one of my favorite shirts. I did pin in the comment. If you go to our merch store, check it out. Get
There.
something, help us out. But tonight's topic, we're gonna watch a lot of videos tonight, and just because I'm hoping we get a bad one.
I'm gonna bump you up a bit.
Okay.
I got you on my end.
Guys, it's really hard to judge my voice because if we're in person, I can talk normal and I outpower everybody. So when you put me on a microphone and put me all digitally, you have to run me at 1 where everybody else is ran at 20. It's stupid. Ask Kevin. He hates it.
Yeah, I turned him up. I think
Can you
that
guys hear me now? Are we
should
good?
be a little bit
Good.
better.
Josh,
He
Jessica,
sounds
can you
good
guys
to
hear
me, but that's the problem. Is he sounds good to me, but not everyone else sometimes. I got another.
So you can bump me a little bit more.
Yeah, I bumped you a little bit more.
Can you guys hear me better now? Does that sound a little bit cool? Sounds pretty good.
You're almost redlining on my end, so I am afraid to turn you up any higher.
Well, hopefully they can hear me a little better.
You were turned way down, I'll be honest. From where my voice is to where your voice is, we're about the same now.
Okay, good. Let's keep it that way, jerk. Let's see what you're trying to do over there. I'm watching you.
You will all listen to me.
I'm watching Kevin.
Bow down to me.
There he goes again.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. So now Matt, nice of you joining us. But we're gonna watch a lot of videos tonight. I think we got about 30 minutes worth of videos because it fits right in with our topic tonight. On social media, people fake these videos all the time to get popular, to go viral, to do everything.
Yeah.
There are some things you got to watch out when you're watching these videos. And as paranormal investigators, we know a little bit better because we literally get videos sent to us all the time.
Yeah.
and you got to analyze it.
Not only that is we've had, we've had to deal, people send us not only videos, but pictures. Pictures are a big one. And it's not, we're not trying to call out anyone, it's just some people just don't know. And they send us stuff. Like a popular one is sunspots.
Yeah.
They're like, when you point your camera near the sun or the sun is in the picture, it's going to have a reflection and it's going to give you a white spot somewhere else on the camera or on the photo. So it looks like, oh, there's a spirit with me. And that's a common misunderstanding, that it's just a reflection from the lens, because there's not just one lens there's multiple ones, so it interacts really weird and has that reflecting aspect to your picture as well. So
and that's one thing to look out for. That's one of the, I almost label that as one of the versions of light matrixing.
Yeah.
Because that is a big one, is the sun.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do that, when they're looking for up in the sky, they see, shapes in the sky, colors in the sky, different shadows in the sky, or anything like that. But that can all be attributed to matrixing with water vapor.
Or they think it's going to be a cool picture. And then that
Yeah.
just happens. It's someone who doesn't know what, not normally into the paranormal, and then all of a sudden they see this and they're like, I now notice this for some reason. You know, it's just
Because
harmless.
I heard about it.
They don't know, you know, and it's helping them understand what's going on.
I want to give a shout out to
Yes.
LEP Paranormal,
Jason
Author, Jay. They have their Triple J podcast they've been running.
Yeah.
Warning, Paranormal Crash Test Dummy. I got this last convention we did together last August in Fowler, Indiana. So I want to give those guys a big shout out over there at LEP Productions. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I just wanted to wear your shirt tonight because it's, come on now. Warning, Paranormal Crash Test Dummy. You know, it's, if you ever been to a convention with me and ever partied after party with me, you know this shirt's perfect because of Paranormal Crash Test Dummy. If Brian's watching, he remembers the whole, what's that thing called? You run on them.
Treadmill?
Yeah, I don't know. Treadmill incident. You were there, weren't you?
No, I was not.
That was dead winter.
I had to go. Remember, I had to go to
Oh,
Florida.
that's right. Yeah, it was when you left for Florida for your cruise. Got it. So, when you're really starting to look online, and you know, Facebook, and nowadays the social media platform that has a lot of videos is TikTok. Is a huge one. Is TikTok, and we've seen Randonautica going popular on TikTok. We've seen different scary videos going popular on TikTok. I want to cover one that we've watched previously on this show, and up until the last time we watched it, that's when I started. Yes, there you go. Thanks for sharing that.
Yep.
Captain there. That's them. Go ahead over. Like those guys. They are awesome. This is where this shirt came
Weird.
from.
Why didn't that work? It didn't.
It's
Interesting. Yeah, it's on there, but I was hoping for you to be able to just click on it. But it
I can.
didn't. Oh, can
I
you?
did.
Oh, perfect.
did.
Weird. Oh, maybe that's because I'm using OBS. That's my fault. Yeah,
Yep.
there. I see now.
All right. So, but that app and everything like there, the old Cornet. Oh, really?
Do you know that
way.
area?
I know where he's at downtown, but I would love to go check out that place, Matt. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah. Cornet Furniture Building. I think I know where you're at downtown. But where I was getting at when we were talking about like the TikTok videos and everything, we had the Mexican Pinata shop on there.
Yes.
Until that last video we saw last weekend, was it? Or 2 weekends ago?
Yeah, it was last weekend.
Well, Matt, if you set that up, we will definitely like to get in there and investigate. That'd be great.
Once COVID is over, we're definitely picking up on going places.
Yes, we will.
We all fucking miss it.
Yeah, we do. But my thing is that had so much credibility going into that last weekend. For me, I thought it was a haunted place because of the videos we saw before that. There's no way you can fake this.
Well, I thought it was close. I thought, this seems a little bit more viable than some of the others that we've seen.
Yes.
Except for last week.
And then we saw last week's video, and it was poor quality. Worst he ever kind of, like the guy that filmed it did. You kind of think he's just wanting to get another video out there.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to ride the popularity, because that Pinata Shop video happened right before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically shows a demon, a full demon face, eyes, mouth, nose, everything. Glowing eyes, pinatas moving. This one pinata that is the kind of the soul of the story that moves and everything like that. But to me, last weekend, the video overreached, and it made me second guess every video he's ever posted.
So the one thing I think everyone needs to watch out for when doing this is getting swept up in the story.
Yes, because you can't.
You can get swept up in the story, and then you're just like, well, this is legit then, because then you fall for the story. So definitely, no smart person goes in the middle of nowhere. Oh yes, you were there. You were there. You watched it with us. Yeah. And that it didn't make sense. That part of it, for example, going in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night to get a pinata, like, just wait the next day. Just wait.
Like, why do you leave your bed and you're like, okay, insurance. I mean, maybe we think of it differently here because we're like, oh, if somebody's in there, insurance will take care of it. But down there, maybe it's different.
Well, I mean, just wait. why do you have to go in the middle of, why is it like 2 a.m. you're going to go
That's
pick up a
true.
goddamn pinata in an abandoned car on a dirt
In the
road
middle of
in the
nowhere.
middle of nowhere? It doesn't make any
Why
sense.
couldn't you go at 2 p.m. when it was perfectly sunny?
Yes.
So
that
there's
was
two-
where I finally just went, yep, nope.
This guy was playing everybody just to get the
Yeah.
popularity, because it's a great marketing strategy. It
Yeah.
can boost your sales.
I
Any
can't-
publicity
yeah.
about ghosts or anything is good publicity.
You
No
can't
matter if it's
fault him.
scary, not scary, doesn't matter. No, I don't fault him at all.
Yeah, in this, who knows? His company's revenue might have went up, and you can't fault him for trying to ride the wave.
Right before Christmas,
Mhm.
get this other thing out. COVID's happening,
Mhm.
pandemic's happening. People are thinking, hey, if we get some interest into our pinata shop, not just citywide or nationwide, if we have a website, you can go worldwide if it goes viral.
Yeah, he was just trying to,
Just to
trying to
get that out
generate
there.
some income. So I get it. Let's see. So,
And I can't, Lisa, I can say that is no smart person goes in the middle of nowhere alone in the middle of the night. We do.
we're not smart.
We've been proven, and we've done it on post. We're not smart, but we always go in groups when we do it.
Yeah,
And Matt, if you can make that happen,
That'd be
you're more
awesome.
than welcome to join us on the investigation.
and
Hands down, that'd be awesome.
also the Rando Nautica stuff. We talked about that and how I'm still intrigued by that. I wish they hadn't changed their formula on there. Like,
Yeah.
now it costs money to go to these places, which kind of.
Again, everything's trying to monetize, trying to do that. It's just like everybody is.
So I don't know,
It's a weird one. It's a very, very weird one.
but that is one of those you go late at night, middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put that over here. Maybe that'll be a little better, guys.
Oh, you sound clear already.
Well, yeah, I had it to my side.
Oh
and I
shit, you're loud. Hang on.
I had it just tweaked the right way. My bad, y'all. I should have put it in front of me because I had the microphone turned and I wasn't using it the right way.
Wasn't on me.
Leave it to the audio engineer to not check which way his mic's turned for the omnidirectional, huh?
There we go.
I turned the gain down a little bit on mine.
All good.
Well, hopefully you guys can hear me so good. That's my bad. That's my bad, y'all.
All good.
I'm horrible. Kevin goes, "Oh shit."
God damn. No, so one of the other
Do you
things.
guys have any questions about paranormal and related to social media or anything in the chat right now that we can answer? We can kind of take a pause. We covered a little bit the first 20 minutes on it right now. So if you have questions, post it in there. If you're right in front of me, I'll see it and I'll be able to answer.
And if you have anything, definitely send it our way. And let us, we'll definitely take some time to look at it and figure it out for you, or give you at
absolutely.
least our opinion. And that's all it is. It's an opinion, and you might not like it, but that's all it is. Just an opinion of ours.
Yep. And
But-
take it what it's worth, right?
Exactly.
Trevor, that is a great thing, and I'm going to tell you why. One thing about dark drives in the middle of the night in the Midwest, and we'll be covering this in the next couple shows once we start deep diving into demons.
Yeah.
And anything and everything like that. I'm going to give you one little tidbit about it right now. So one of the main things, and this has happened to me.
Go ahead. I'm going to go grab my beer.
Okay, go grab your beer. One of the main things you do not want to do that is because once you're out in the country in the Midwest, in the middle of nowhere, there's a lot of crossroads, and it has been linked to Indiana having a lot of crossroad demon sightings. So everybody's heard the saying, "Make a deal with the devil, sell your soul to the devil." That's how the way it is done through these crossroad demons and stuff for the devil and everything like that. When you start researching it and the demonology aspect of it. We will be diving into demonology more. I know that's a subject everybody wants to get on board with. It's a scary subject, and it also, when we start going into that, we have a lot of paranormal stuff that happens into it because of some of the cases we've had in the past.
Yeah.
So you buckle up, ready to go, because those shows are going to be good because your chances are you're going to see something live.
And those it's just going to take more time, and it's going to be a series.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're going to do a series.
The problem that we've done a podcast in the past. For those who've tuned in the past, I don't know if we have anyone that listened to Unsolved Paranormal. But what happens is you tend to like pigeonhole yourself we did it for a year, like a little over a year. And you pigeonhole yourself with topics, and then you feel like, well, we already covered demons, but we really want to look at it from like, try to
We just
dive
did
down
demons.
into it.
We want to
Yeah,
dive into like Djinns. Then we want to dive into like, let's take it to the face side of things. Let's,
talk
we're gonna
talk
we're gonna
about famous
break it down.
cases.
Exactly.
You know,
We're gonna
what are
break
the
down some of your
stages?
Amityville horror case is one of my favorite
Mhm.
cases I've ever researched, and I know all the ins and outs about that case. So we're gonna do a show on like maybe a demon just related to Amityville horror. So that is one of my favorite things to do.
And maybe we can have a special guest on, talk about
We
demons
will
with
be
us.
working on some special guests. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great. So if there's no questions about that,
So
one of the other main things I want to cover. Go ahead, Kev. You can go.
Well, I would
first.
say
I've been talking a lot. Go
one
ahead,
of the
I'll
one of the other things, TV shows.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways to, and we say we have, when we have seminars, we talk about this topic. It's one of the popular ones we talk about.
Between
How
ghost hunting in the real life versus ghost hunting in TV.
exactly. So it's really easy to get, again, swept up into the story that they're telling you about, this haunted hotel and who all died here. One of the things, it's easy. It's hard to their gadgets. They have K2s and millimeters, and a lot of times everyone has a cell phone. You can put this stuff. You have
Oh God.
you can put a K2, so people have this like on a bed and they have sheets over it and everything, and they put their device underneath that you don't see.
Their cell phone.
It's just an easy example. They might have something else, but you can send a text message or call and see it spike consistently and continuously during that call while it's trying to call out, and it will move that meter, or give millimeter spikes, stuff like that. So there's easy ways when they use these simpler devices to manipulate those things to make you think
your
you're
cell
watching.
phone signal, your 4G, your 5G, whatever you want to call it,
whatever melts your
it
brain.
gets the data received into the phone, specifically data. Phone calls aren't the same. It's specifically data, and text messages, because you use data, will manipulate the EMF field to where it picks false readings.
Yeah.
It's just false readings. So you have to watch for that for shows, because why is the K2 not just laying on the bed or on the desk just by itself? Why is it on top of a pillow? What's underneath that pillow that could be dictating what's going on?
Why is it when they're holding it, nothing happens, opposed to when it's, on something starts happening then? You got to really think about how they could be manipulating it.
Did you say Revenant or something as like in the place Revenant? Did you mention it?
I did not mention Revenant.
Okay. Well, you might be watching that Netflix show that they call them Revenants. Winona Ryder,
I have not seen anything on there.
It's the Old West gunslinging show, but it's about paranormal, and they call every spirit, they call it a revenant. So, and I've used that. I've seen that used in the past. It's just a piece of a person or a piece of a soul, a remnant of a soul that is left behind that can be created into a spirit or anything like that. Essentially, that's how it's used in the paranormal, Trevor. Just to answer your question. But it made popular by the Netflix show. I forget what it's called now.
It's also
Winona Earp.
It's also on Phasmophobia. There is a revenant entity.
There is a revenant entity there. So it's just it's like a fraction of an entity, or a part of an entity, a piece, a remnant of it.
Easy there, buddy. How's the
truly treating you?
I knew you were gonna say it that way. I know it got a little bubbly, and I had a little burp ski.
Yeah, I finally got mine. I got the stone cosmic rune stone. It's upside down.
Runes?
That's why it's hard to read. So
why is it upside down?
That's their label. They fucking put it upside down. I have no idea.
Cool. Fair enough. Another thing that I want to cover is you have to pay attention in these videos. And this is something I do when I'm first watching. When somebody sends us a video to watch, here's how I kind of break it down in my head. Then I'll let you explain how you do it, Kev. So I'm going to use, for instance, the snow video we were sent a couple of years ago. We were sent a video that was snowing in. and there was some light movements, and basically somebody said they saw a shadow in their yard. Remember that one, Kevin?
Not for sure. Continue.
Okay, vaguely. But with the snow coming down and the porch light and
I remember this one now. Yes. It's the
and the
one
car.
Justin got involved in.
Yes. And for me, with that instance with that video, you had elements. So you have weather, snow. Snow is going to reflect a lot of light. There's a lot of moisture. It was snowing outside. So when you have fractions of crystals in the air and it's hitting light, it's going to manipulate and create shadows everywhere. So that's one thing you got to think about doing that. So you got to watch for water vapor. You got to watch for dust. Watch for insects.
It's fucking dust. It's not orbs, all right?
Yeah, everybody will tell you they have orbs, but it's just dust.
Fucking dust.
Light. Now, when an orb has a definite movement, that's when I start going into it. But I tend not to use that kind of orbs because it can be water molecules or dust.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and we've always said this. If it is easier to disprove, as a more common thing, it is most likely that. And there are few occasions where we do go, well, that doesn't follow the normal logics,
Nope.
of certain things. If someone has, so for example, I think in one of Josh's videos, they see an orb go into his leg, and then you saw his leg like kick over on its own. His leg got kicked is what he said. He didn't move it, and you hear it, like katoosh after the orb hits. And so you kind of go, well, that's interesting. There's more validity. There's a it's more of a secondary thing, just like the octagon hall, with the arm. You're too far away. We didn't pick you up.
Yeah.
So the arm moves, but before the arm moved on the mannequin, there was an orb.
Saw the orb that moved into
so it. That leads more to a possibility of that orb actually being something.
When it's done, followed by an action, that's when I start getting some validity to it.
Yeah. So one video I want to talk about was another it's another security cam video.
And we'll find these videos, guys. We'll find them over the next couple days, and we will post them in the chat with this video.
We did post this on our page at one point in time, but it was before we were super on social media, like we are, like live. But this one, there was a lady, hitting up paranormal chat rooms saying, "Hey, there's something alien in my yard. There's something strange going on." And I looked at it and I was like, "You have a spider close up on your security cam." Yeah, that's things that we it's a thing. It's happened to us.
We know that from experience.
It's happened to us.
If you want to share this story, we can tell our embarrassing moment of us getting worked up so bad.
Yeah,
that we were so scared that nobody would until
me.
I think it was me that walked in.
No, it was me, because my wife was flipping out. It was my wife's first investigation.
This is a funny story, guys. So just let Kevin tell the story.
So we went. It's Saddamsville Rectory. It's no longer open anymore. I did try to get back there. It's no longer open, which is unfortunate. I won't go into the whole detail, but it was awesome. We had more than just this happen. Even this wasn't paranormal, but we had set up our DVR cameras because we were there all weekend. We spent the night there. So it was worth setting all that stuff up. So we set it up. We're investigating, and Josh Trowbridge said, "Guys, we have something that you guys need to see."
He's on the DVR system.
And so he's walking us. He's at home base, and he's like, "I have something. We get in here." So we all quit what we're doing, and we go down there. And in the kitchen, there is this...
we have a DVR camera set.
Yeah, there's this weird thing that is like morphing into different, like it's moving so weird, and we're like, is it like trying to manipulate its body to show itself? Like that was like a thing that we were thinking about.
Into this universe.
Yeah. Is it
developing?
Is it trying to manifest itself? And my wife,
all of this went through our heads. We're in the other room. We're going through all these scenarios in the head.
My wife's flipping out because, again, this is her very first investigation.
And
yeah,
and gave her a 5-star hotel treatment too.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it was not. But
Abby, I love you so much.
But so she's flipping out, and I go, I'm going. And my wife goes, Are you serious? Like, are you crazy? I'm like, this is what I do, honey. This is what I do. I'm not gonna not go in there. That's just it doesn't make sense. I go
Yeah.
run towards the crazy, you know. And so I go in there, and I like, it's one of those push doors. So I push it open. I'm like, there's fucking nothing here, you know. Like I don't see anything. I'm like, I don't see anything. And I'm looking around in there, and I'm like, do you see it still? And they're like, yeah. And then I look at the camera, and a little spider strung a little web and stopped right in front of the camera. It's fucking moving
Right off
right
the
there.
the brim of the
Yeah.
weather protector on the cameras.
Yup.
So this whole thing, we're going through all these scenarios, saying a creature, Bigfoot's coming through a dimensional portal.
Yeah, we stared at this for like 5 minutes before anyone went in. It felt like.
Yeah, but it's one of the coolest places.
Yeah, and then we burnt down the
we've done in
place,
a while.
Elisa. Yeah, it was a spider, so we burned it down.
Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. No. But that's how we knew going into this next video that we watched, that we always have that in the back of our heads now, because from experience, we feel stupid as hell after the fact. I never laughed so hard.
Oh yeah.
And then I walked upstairs and there's a room full of porcelain dolls, so laughter went away.
Yeah, it's fucking scary. It's terrifying.
But
Well,
do you have you want to do one of the videos?
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
wanna-
say we can just start one of these videos
So-
here.
If you guys have any questions, again, go ahead, put it in the chat. This is just kind of I'll call it a chit chat around tonight, and just kind of getting you guys ready for the social media aspect, because we're stuck in the pandemic. Everybody's watching videos on here.
Yeah, right. And we also are doing some research on some bigger topics, so we do have some. I mean, honestly, filler
yeah.
episodes. This is just knowledge that we're aware of, and how we do things when we look at evidence ourselves. When we come across things, even on our own stuff, we go through the checks and balances. But
And you have to be a credible paranormal investigator.
Mhm.
Absolutely have to. If you just go out there and you're just producing A1 videos all the time, the normal investigator is going to come back and be like, all right,
Yeah,
what'd you fake?
yeah, you're trying too hard here.
Yeah, they're like, this is fishy as shit. What'd you fake?
Yeah. But all right, let me start it here. And again, this is all Nuke's again. Nuke's
Yeah, we
top.
love Nuke.
As you see here, this is ghost videos, so scary they should be banned on TikTok. So let's take a look, see what's going
Perfect.
on with this.
And then we're gonna approach this by the rules that we just kind of talked about. We're gonna
Mhm.
analyze it and looking at weather, what we find, dust, water, molecules, anything. This is how I'm gonna break down the video, and this is how I do it every time we watch it. So you guys keep in mind, using what we kind of talked about tonight, everybody in the chat. Let's see what you find on the videos too. Do I have to mute Kev, or
No, you're
we're
fine.
good? Okay.
Top 5 ghosts calling camera. Randonautica revisited.
Smells like lemon tea.
You might recognize TikTok user Matt Hall from a previous video I did about
I like
Randonautica.
that.
So I saw this thing that a lot of people were doing on
Is it playing
TikTok
yet?
called Randonauting. It's an app that you download, and it gives
no.
you a completely random location close to
There
you
we go.
that you go to, and apparently it's supposed to be a glitch in the simulation or something like that. Holy Is there anybody here? Guys, I think I just heard something.
Now, since his terrifying encounter in the woods, Matt Hall claims that he has had a new and even more horrifying encounter at his job. Matt says that late one night, when he was working the overnight shift, a security camera at his work started beeping. Now, the security camera has motion sensors and only starts beeping when someone or something disrupts the sensor. Naturally, Matt immediately went to check the camera. He was chilled to the core when he saw this.
There's literally somebody outside, like, dragging a bag at my work. No, sorry, I'm just recording in case something happens. I can't see his face. Where's he going? He's literally running down to the door. He's coming up to the door right now. Is he? Oh my fucking god! He's outside the door. He's outside the door right now. No, there's nowhere to hide in here. It's just this one room. The door is locked, but He's like behind the building now. I don't. Can you just get here, please? Really?
Matt frantically calls 911 to summon the police. While on the phone with the emergency operator, the outdoor CCTV camera records a man dragging what looks like a trash bag right in front of the building's exit. Matt says that the police came and searched the area surrounding the building, but they couldn't find anyone. Even more baffling, the garbage bag the man was carrying was simply stuffed full of old clothes. So was this encounter somehow connected to Matt's previous randonauting experience? Was it even real? Or was it just a TikTok hoax? You decide. German Red.
Interesting.
So what I like about this one is because we saw Matt's Randonautica video.
Yeah.
You remember that? So
Yes.
that's what I like. We have this background with it. Hard to hear video, Kevin. We might need to turn up the video.
Okay. I'll work on that on the next one.
Cool. But for me, this guy, when it said revisited, I'm glad they did that. That two things could have happened there. One, you didn't know the background about the car and the reason why it goes from daytime to nighttime. There's actually two separate videos that we have seen. One, he goes during the day. The other one, he comes back at night and he hears these voices. So I know a little bit of the backstory about this, but one thing we got to look for when we're analyzing these videos is when he's out there by himself, you don't know who's with him. So you got to keep that in mind. Any girl sounding creepy 100 yards away will sound just like what we heard.
Or a pre-recorded thing that he hits play
Or
on.
that he hits pre-recorded thing there. Now, that could have been just a bum passing by that was high on meth. Saw a, reaction or whatever. You never know. But that's just how I think of everything that could be not paranormal first before I bring into the thought that it could be paranormal. That's how I do it. What about?
So, money... Jay, what's going on, man?
We tagged you in it. We posted people over to your page. I'm wearing your shirt tonight, bud. What's up? We're freaks. We're freaks. You're just like us. You love us.
Hello, sexy. Sorry, I had to show off my voice mod.
I can't wait for everybody to hear that. I want to hear that on the computer. Oh, Kevin, you talk now.
Oh, I'm talking normal.
I know, but I want to hear the voice on the chat. Sorry.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's see here. Let's
do the ghost soul. Get a little bit deeper here, or I can do
a baby. I can do a baby. I'm just a little baby.
So there's our freak part, guys. There you go, Jay. There's the freak part just for you.
I have fun. I just got this, so
yeah,
sorry.
We like to have fun. You really at Randolph Infirmary right now? I'm so jealous, man. I wish I was there investigating with you guys. You're not that far from us. Man, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I miss ghost hunting, buddy. I need a ghost hunt. So if you got one coming up that's close to us, I want to come. I want to go.
When do you get your vaccine?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I cannot get the vaccine.
Oh.
I cannot. Not this round. They are penicillin based, and I'm allergic to penicillin.
Gotcha. Yeah. You said that, and I wasn't for sure if they had. You said they.
Yeah. Now,
you thought they had two.
That's what my doctor said to me, at least. But as soon as if I can get one of these now, absolutely, I'm going to get it because it's going to help protect my students at school.
Yeah.
So.
And everyone else year round.
Yeah. The one thing has always stopped me from investigating is being followed home. Have you ever? Yeah, and unfortunately, yes. We've had yes, Jay, we need to book one. We have had instances where spirits have followed people home. We all each do our own protection spells and everything. I don't say spells like I'm a witch.
Well, there are Wiccan beliefs where you can
That's true.
Do a
That's
protection. True. Like we have oh God, if my wife was here, she would be able to tell us what is that? Moon water.
Moonwater, yes.
Yeah, so she has
we also
Moonwater.
say St. Michael's Prayer if we're going to an investigation. That could be anything afterwards, because St. Michael's Prayer tells everything to stay where it's put and not to follow you home. Essentially, the breakdown is what we use to protect our investigators and everything like that. But it's been a while since we've really had an investigation where we thought we would be followed home.
Yeah,
I think, really.
and you don't really know. I mean, it could happen anytime, anywhere.
Oh, yes.
And we are going and poking the bear with a stick, so yeah, I get that. That our odds of getting something to follow us home are higher. But what I will say is, like me, I don't. I mean, I participate in everything anyone wants to do. That's what we encourage the group to do, even if you don't have
Yep.
beliefs. But if someone has different beliefs and they want to do it with the group, everyone joins in. That is comfortable with it. So.
Yep.
I know I do like a personal. I use my personal, energies and body, and that's how I protect myself. So when I enter my house, almost every time I enter into I think to myself, this is my home. No one's allowed here. If you are here, I will push you out. This is my safe zone, and I do that a lot when I go home, and that's something that John Tenney is a big fan of, and he's the one that's kind of told me that kind of stuff, if you are aware of who John Tenney is. So he that's what I do. I know Josh Jacobs, he does he prays, and he has his own individual style prayer that he does for himself. And I also do a little thing when I'm leaving a place as well. I ask the spirits to leave. You're not attached to me. You're not allowed to be in this car. And I say all that stuff kind of internally.
Yeah, there's some, like, for me, like Jay, most of the time I don't use anything.
Yeah.
Because I think my will's strong enough, my presence around the paranormal is strong enough that they don't want to follow me home. They know what's in my head.
Yeah.
They want to deal with that. That's you know what I mean? That's kind of the same thing.
You and Jay are kind of the similar. Oh, I think we lost James there. I'm sure he'll jump back in here. But yeah, you guys are crazy. So who the hell wants to follow you guys home? But I personally, Jessica, I know what you're saying. You have two little ones. My daughter. Those things go through my head. I worry about those things just as much. Oh, hey, you're back. Gonna fix that there.
Yeah, it's still this. I think this Discord itself, because I've Ethernet in. I've had great internet.
It happens.
I don't know.
Not a big deal.
But I tell you, we start talking about stuff like that, and this is what happens.
But yeah,
but it's also normal for me.
I was telling her, because Jessica, I know she has two little ones, and that's a big concern. It's not. I can deal with it myself, but as soon as you get, something affects Avery, dude, it comes fucking personal. Like,
oh, absolutely.
If I will smite something if I have the power to smite, like in my head.
Smite me, almighty smite hard.
Yeah, basically. So
exactly it. Well, what do you say we watch another one?
Yeah.
Let's see what the next one is.
And
we're going to teach you guys how to analyze videos tonight. So this is the best thing to do.
There we go.
Reddit user Overhype13 claims that he and his friends were randonauting when they were led to the middle of nowhere, a seldomly traveled walking path in the woods in Germany. They had pretty much given up finding anything when they suddenly spotted a mysterious flower and a plaque on a tree.
Okay, also, warte. Wir haben eine neue Intention gesucht. Also wir haben eigentlich ohne Intention gesucht. Ja. Er hat den Point angemacht und wir waren irgendwie so mitten im Wald. Wo der Point ist? Ja, warte. Der Radius. Wir sind halt direkt da beim Radius. Ja, Punkt ist da. Ja, wir sind auf jeden Fall im Radius. Und jetzt haben wir die Gegend abgesucht, also so ein kleiner Weg. Wir haben die Gegend abgesucht. Hier ist halt nichts. Hier war halt nichts. Bis wir eine Blume gesehen haben. Ich filme das mal. Hier ist halt so ein Schild. Thilo. Guter Freund, Ruhe und Frieden, das haben wir jetzt gar nicht gesehen. Aber jetzt achte aufs Datum. 24.07. Welches Datum haben wir heute? Sag's mal. Wir haben einfach den fucking 24. Junge, Mann. Vor 2 Jahren. Das war vor genau 2 Jahren. Wir haben das fucking gleiche Datum. Ey, das kann doch kein Zufall sein. Jungs. Als ob das genau vor 2 Jahren war. So, als ob hier jemand vor 2 Jahren gestorben ist. Scheiße.
Reddit user Overhype13 says that after he did some extensive Google searching to find the man named Tilo, who passed away exactly 2 years ago on the exact spot where Randonautica sent them, he wasn't able to find anything. Overhype13 believes that there is no way the Randonautica app could have known about the memorial sign that shared the same date as their exploration. This mysterious incident remains unexplained. TikTok user Tyler Vasquez says that after watching many strange videos about the Randonautica app, she simply had to try it out for herself. The app gives her a location about 1.5 miles from her home, so she travels there and documents her experience. The location she is led to is a secluded creek, surrounded...
Wait, did I not stop it in time? All right. I stopped it here real quick. You muted.
Yeah, I know.
There.
I know, I'm used to it. Did you back it up? Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if I stopped it in time.
I don't know
if it continued on with Randonautica.
I think it did. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if this is a videos related. It might be related to this first video we watched. So there's not really anything paranormal I saw in that first video.
Yeah.
Except maybe a coincidence that they're at the same day, the same place that somebody died.
Yeah, nothing paranormal.
Jay, have fun on your investigation, buddy.
Take it easy. All right, I'm gonna go back to it. I just wanted to make sure that.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to it and see what's up.
Surrounded by woods. What happens next is downright chilling.
All right, so I think I gotta go this way down a creek. All right, this is what I found so far. Pretty creepy. I'll go see what that is. Okay, so I just opened up one of the photos, and it's whatever the that is. Then we have these random 3. This one's It's Your Birthday with the snowman with, I don't know. And these 2 I just put together. It's like, play with me. Alright, I think it was just my imagination. I think I'm just hearing but I'm trying to read these. I swear I'm friendly. Play with me.
Taylor finds creepy drawings scattered all around the rocks that look like they have been drawn by a child. Then she hears the unexplained voice of a little girl and just runs. When Taylor Vasquez posted her video to TikTok, her viewers suggested that the creepy little voice actually says, "You hide and I'll find you."
Play with me. Play with me.
After many requests by her viewers, Taylor returns to the creek 3 days later to find out more about the strange drawings.
So I just hiked the mile back to the randonauting spot. Brought a flashlight as a weapon this time. As you can see, there's no one around me. I'm trying to go quick so that I don't waste too much time. These drawings are creepy as I feel like I should just grab them all really quick. If they have messages on them, because then, like, those look like symbols. I'll just go like quick so that maybe this can help me figure out what they mean. Maybe there's meaning to them. I'm too scared to stay that long. There's a fucking notebook. I'm taking that too. Right, so I grabbed everything. Keep these. I don't really see anything else. So like...
The voice is there again, but it's now quieter, and Taylor doesn't really hear it at first. The soft little voice seems to say, "You're not my family. You're gonna die if you don't go."
They have messages on them, because then, like, those look like symbols.
Taylor collects many more strange drawings that are scattered around the area. But then the voice gets louder and says,
I don't really see anything else, so like...
Later, she posts her video, and when she reads the viewer comments, she makes another shocking discovery.
Okay, so I don't have a lot of time right now, but I saw this comment and I'm kind of hyperventilating, freaking out. This girl posted that she saw a f***ing child in my video. No one was with me, and tell me if you guys think that looks like a ghost child, because I don't f***ing know. But I didn't know if she photoshopped it or not, so I went to my videos and I screenshotted the exact part that she shows right there. And I see the face too. And so now I'm actually freaking the out. I'm super terrified. I don't know what to do. I didn't see anyone or hear anything until that voice happened, but it just sounded like an echo. So, I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me what you see, but that right there looks like a f***ing face to me. I don't know.
Now, what do you think Taylor caught on camera? Is it real? Or is it just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com.
Run, bitch, run!
You've been waiting to use that. I gotta get one of those things. I gotta be able to do that. That's sick.
It's fun.
For this video, for me, it strikes a lot of the Annabelle story. Especially in the beginning of the Annabelle story and the Annabelle case.
Mm-hmm.
Especially. And it kind of relates to the Amityville horror case too, to where the images that were drawn. So that's, for me, that's why it's got a little bit of validity to it, is because of the images. But those can be faked so easily too. But it has a lot of that, because in the beginning, when Annabelle was coming around, she was leaving messages on paper, and that's how she was hook, line, and sinkering people in to take their soul and eventually kill them. But this kind of has that same feeling. It kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
she's genuine with her reactions.
She's a good actor, either that or
either a great actor, or yes, it does look like there might have been a face there, but that could have been reflection off the water.
Could have been
there's so much stuff it could have been for that one, but
we didn't see the chat, like we didn't see the comment, so she could have been saying someone made that comment, but actually she photoshopped that in there.
For one, we have caught a lot of EVPs in our day.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never heard full sentences like that to the T, to where it's so clear that you can hear it. There is no way she did not hear that if that was a real EVP. That was so clear.
No. I'm on the opposite. We have had EVP. We've had one EVP where I was just like, how? So, well, we've had two. You remember when we went up those steps at Newmarket, and we didn't hear a thing, and it was loud and laughing. Yeah, and we were just like, how the fuck did we not hear that? And that was like,
yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
14 seconds into the house, like we were like,
literally,
hey, we're gonna set this recorder upstairs, and we walk up the stairs, and as we're going up, they had like a curtain covering it because they were terrified. They always saw things running across.
So they had a sheet up there.
So they didn't see that anymore. And so we went up there, and as soon as we went past the curtain, then we got an EVP.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then we have the other one that we've shown many times.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we showed that.
And we didn't hear that. So, but
all right. Well, let's.
Well, hang on here. So
okay.
I think the other aspect to this is so I don't know if this was it on TikTok? I mean, she did Randonautica, and then she posted it to TikTok. So TikTok recently started making it so you could you get money. So this was before making money on TikTok. So there is that aspect to it, but now you're making money on TikTok. So I don't know.
That's why you got to watch out for these type of videos when you see them. Don't get sucked into every one of them.
Yeah. So I find it to be interesting, but you know, so I will say, for one of Jessica's questions, going back to it, having things following you home, don't take stuff home with you from
no.
From the location. From location.
That has happened.
Yeah,
that has happened multiple times to my friend.
Yeah, do not take stuff home. So that is a for sure way to invite something in.
And we're gonna have that friend on here soon and the guest, and we will cover that aspect on why, and he can explain what happened to him because I was at his house when this happened after everything. So
yeah. So get back to the
watch another one. We got some good videos going tonight. I like watching the videos. They make me excited. They give me goose pimples.
Goose pimples.
What's at the window? CJ from the YouTube channel CJ Longcrow's Vlogs is exploring the abandoned and allegedly very haunted Crow Creek Reservation High School in Stephan, South Dakota. The school and the land it sits on has a very dark and creepy history. In 1886, the Catholic Church set up a boarding school for Native American children on this land, and then basically forced the reservation children to attend. From the day the boarding school opened, the land seemed cursed. Crops and trees planted on the grounds wouldn't grow. Random unexplained fires destroyed many of the buildings, and the schoolhouse was directly hit and almost wiped out by not one, but 2 different tornadoes. But each time, the Catholic Church would simply rebuild the boarding school on the same ground. One of the school's darker stories involves a nun named Sister Wilhelmina Kaufman. On January 12, 1888, during a blizzard, the nun left the school building to go to the laundry house next door. Even though the buildings were very close together, she got lost in the blinding snow and couldn't find her way back to the school. The next morning, her body was found kneeling in the deep snow. She had frozen to death only 100 feet from the school's door. Cut to modern day. People who live near the Crow Creek Reservation High School report seeing many strange and frightening things. It is said that the terrifying apparition of a nun can be seen roaming the grounds, and some claim that they have seen dark shadow figures wandering the school's hallways. CJ Longcrow happens to have a friend that lives on the Crow Creek Reservation, right next to the allegedly haunted school. So not only was CJ able to explore the abandoned building, but he spent the entire night right beside the creepy school grounds. So early in the night, CJ and his friends head out to explore the school. They find some strange graffiti on the walls, and even more bizarre, a floor full of dead birds.
Holy f***. Those are dead birds?
But even more alarming are the aggressive living birds and bats that have made their home inside the abandoned school.
Sound like something moved down there. Here, let's do this room first. Oh, that's a fucking owl, bro. That's a fucking owl. Like, the higher we got up, like, it seems like that's... Oh, bro, we just want to get by. Fucking birds on crack, dog. Go.
After a few angry bird and bat attacks, the guys decide to finish up their exploration and just exit the school. But the creepy story doesn't end there. Now, as I mentioned before, CJ is sleeping overnight in a house that is right next to the abandoned school building. So late that night, while his friends are sleeping, he decides to take a walk around the haunted school grounds. It didn't go well.
Everyone else is asleep, so... dude, like, it's so creepy out here, bro, because I heard so many fucking stories, like, just so many stories of, like, I just can't. But it is pretty fucking creepy out here, though, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like... I mean, just look at this building. Oh, Bro.
CJ spots some shadowy figure walking by the abandoned school's third-story window. He freaks out and runs inside to wake up his friend Phil, asking him to join him to go check out the strange shadow. When they reach the third-floor window where CJ saw the figure, what they find is truly bizarre.
Okay, guys, this is exactly... Bro,
where could I have gone though?
It's exactly where the I saw it. Hold on, let me see inside there. Custodian closet. Yeah. Maybe,
Now, even though the shadow that CJ saw seems to appear from one side and walk quickly past the window, there's just nowhere to walk. There's a concrete wall on one side of the window and a tiny empty janitor's closet on the other. So where did the shape go? Did CJ Longcrow see one of the strange shadow apparitions that are said to haunt the Crow Creek High School? You decide. You can check out CJ's full exploration video over on his YouTube channel, CJ Longcrow's Logs. This
That's different.
What's up, Josh?
I can't take you serious right now. So, first off, I want to explain something. So, I'm wearing headphones. You guys can't hear Kevin when the video plays, but I can. And he sneezed with his high. Yes, you.
No, I
you
didn't.
you,
I didn't sneeze.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
There was a sneeze, bro.
I didn't sneeze.
You sneezed.
I did not sneeze.
You heard my reaction.
Yeah, I heard it, but I didn't know what it was about.
Well, I was watching the video. You sneezed, and it was in the high pitched sneeze. I heard a cheer.
No,
Like no joke.
It
And
was not
that's
me.
when I started reacting.
I started
reacting.
I did not hear that. It was not me. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't sneeze. Nothing.
No, for real. I heard it in my headphones.
That's weird. I did. I swear no one could see me, but my audio still does play when I talk on that screen. So let me switch over. See, I'm still talking, and everyone can still hear me when I talk.
Heard it.
I'm gonna go back here. But yeah, no. I will say what I did do was I hit mute if I wanted to mute or something, like if I burped or something. But I didn't burp. But I was toggling mute on and off, because I wanted to say something. I wanted to say something to you, like what the hell was that about? But the video was playing, so I just kept quiet and I remuted.
I started laughing so hard because somebody sneezed in my headphones, and it was in the high pitched voice, and it was "Achoo!"
That was
like,
not
no
me.
Joke. And then you heard me. Even the chat realized because I interacted with because I was like, oh my god! And when it played on the video, when it caught up, it played at the worst possible time of when somebody died, obviously. And then I got to ask if we're laughing at that. If I was laughing at that, no, guys, that's what happened. I heard a sneeze in my headphones.
I don't know where you heard it from. I mean, maybe it was some feedback with Discord or something. I don't know, but it was not me.
We'll chalk it up to feedback, but that was crazy. That's why I laughed. Yeah, thanks for throwing me under the bus, guys. But hey, I was not laughing at that. I was laughing at that instance.
The nun dies.
Yeah, great. No. That was not the case. For that one, that's interesting.
I mean,
the shadow is what gets like that shadow got me because that lights. Yes, it's going to cast a light in there, but if it was if it was one of his friends, you wouldn't see black. You would see the side of their face walk by.
Yeah.
With that bright of a light, you know what I mean?
You would at least see some detail.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be. You would be able to see some type of color, but you can't just. I mean, like they were saying, it's too narrow on that wall to hide very well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll.
And you literally, it was a concrete wall in a closet. So where did this thing come from, and where did it end up?
There were 3 of them, and then there were 2. When they went up there's so
very true.
I don't know. I'm not saying it was faked. I'm not, but I also am not saying it's real. It's a it just seemed like a good story.
It is a good story.
It
sucked me in.
And Nuke was good at telling it. He told all the stuff about all the weird things that happened on location, and then he showed you one paranormal thing. So I'm not for sure if he was just trying to tell the story to add to the possible validity to this.
I don't know, man.
But let's put it this way: if someone showed you that video without any of that other previous information, what would you have thought?
Like myself?
Yeah, like if take out the Native American side and school being there and tornado hit twice.
Yeah. I would have just thought it was an abandoned building with somebody that's in there messing around.
And they were before too.
And they were before, and let alone you're not going to get good paranormal evidence from a bird infested building.
Yeah. Well, at least EVP wise.
So for me, I would want to know where that third person was.
Yeah.
I would have to know where that third person was. That's why, like, when we go on paranormal investigations, that's why we keep accountability for that reason. So we don't have somebody cross contaminate or we think something's paranormal when it's, Josh walking down a hallway.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Or something like that. And I just saw Josh's name, so that's why I used it. Or Kayla walking down a hallway. So yeah, that's what I think about that.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. See what else we got here.
I like the videos tonight. We haven't seen them.
We've seen the first two.
No, we didn't. It's a continuation of the video.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing the
picture one,
the river one.
Okay.
We talked about during the Randonautica episode we had. We talked about that one.
Okay.
But it's not a big deal. They're still interesting.
Oh yeah. Let's send it.
Disappearing Act. Reddit user Edgy Christendom says that he and his girlfriend were exploring an abandoned mental asylum in Baltimore, Maryland, when this happens.
I almost hit that. Yo, this place is crazy, bro. Oh, moms. What the
Babe.
What?
Where are you going?
I swear I just seen something.
Don't start that. Babe.
Run! That was me.
Bro, what the
You're lying. You gotta be lying.
He turns just in time to catch a dark figure moving through one of the doors. But when he follows, there's no one there. Edgy Christendom doesn't necessarily claim that the video is anything supernatural, and he says that it could have simply been a homeless person living in the building. But if this was a person, then where did they go? Let me know what you think.
That was a quick one.
Whoa! That one was different.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's more likely to be a homeless person, personally.
Sorry, somebody wanted up in their spot.
Oh, doggo. Got a little doggo. What's their name?
This is Nitro.
Nitro.
This is Nitro. But he likes to sit, and when I'm in the chair, he likes to sit as a human. I have to pick him up like this and set him in my arm. And he sits like a human and watches TV and he just scratches his belly. Look. He loves it. He just sits here. He just sits here and looks at you. It's weird, isn't it?
First Select, how's it going? I see him in chat there.
Yeah.
Show him off my voice mod.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What's going on, dude? I hadn't talked to you for a while. Good to see you on here, dude.
So this is this. Oh, Nitro, thanks, buddy. You got your 15 minutes of fame. You're about to get down because we're not watching a movie. So say hi, Nitro. Hi, Nitro. Hi.
Hi. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cute pup.
He's not a pup. He's 9.
Well, small. I just.
Oh, look. He's like you. Look at him.
You
He's like,
son of a bitch.
You let me down, you son of a bitch. Hey, Brandon, how you doing? For that one, I mean, yes, I do like the fact that they took it to the fact that they said, hey, it could be somebody that's living in the building. First off, because that's the first thing I thought.
Yeah.
But then again, they followed him, and then there was nobody there.
Yeah.
So did this person that was living in the building just jump out? Like, did he just go through the window and just jump out?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, honestly.
I I don't know, but it does have definition where you can see like pant legs. You can see the definition of shoes. He's definitely wearing a jacket. So it had that shadow but it was a shadow figure still, but it had the definition of pants, shoes, legs, everything. But that's my opinion. What's your opinion?
I think if anything, it's a person. I mean, literally they start and boom, they see something, which, I mean, that's when you would see someone. If someone's coming in there and let's say they poke their head out and they go to see if it was a homeless person, they poke their head out and they're like, oh shit, it's just some kids, and they go back in.
Yep. And that could be it too. But then they went in that door and nothing was in there. That's the only thing that's tricky. I didn't see any cuts of the video or anything like that had some apparent cuts or blurriness of faking frames or anything like that.
Yeah, but, so, who knows? On that one, like, I mean, it's either a person or it's something paranormal, but nothing happened. Like nothing big happened. No one's got scared. No. It was just interesting, is all. So
it was just definitely interesting on that part.
Let's see here. All right, let's look at this. It looks like this last one. Is this number 1 or number 2? If this is number 1, we got a 10-minute video. So
let's roll it.
Camp Nowhere.
Oh, it's number 2.
The popular YouTube Urbex channel Exploring with Josh travels to what is rumored to be an abandoned summer camp in the Catskill Mountains of southeastern New York. The remains of the camp are in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by woods. Josh and his friends explore the mysterious site and discover that it was a former religious summer camp for children. Turns out the religious camp was built in the 1950s and operated for at least 15 years before being abandoned for unknown reasons. As Josh and his friends enter one of the decaying buildings on the property, they find a strange surprise.
Yo, what? What the hell? This is creepy!
Yo!
This is a fine. For real. What the heck? Who did that?
Do you think explorers did it, or it was just left like this?
Either satanic ritual cult people, or maybe explorers? I don't know, guys. This is freaking creepy. Look at this. Dude, who really hung all this up? Kind of cool. I like it. Dude, someone was hanging up masks up there. So these are obviously people, but that looks like the Ring one. The Grudge or the Ring. Tell me not. Yeah, on the calendar it says 2001, so unless this place went abandoned in 2001, this is our only trace at the moment of like any sort of timeline.
A calendar on the wall dates all the way back to March 2001, so the camp has likely been abandoned for over 19 years. Josh splits off from his friends who are taking pictures of the abandoned buildings. While exploring alone, he finds a broken down RV. He goes inside to take a look and accidentally captures something chilling.
Jeez. Well, there's nothing in here. The bed in the back. Yeah. Okay. I've seen enough.
Did you see it? Well, Josh didn't either. But soon after he enters the RV, a mysterious small hand can be seen hitting the skylight on the roof. Now, Josh didn't notice the unexplained little hand, but when he posted his video to YouTube, his viewers were shocked.
Did you catch that?
Some of them think that this could be the ghost of one of the children that stayed at the camp long ago. But what do you think? Is this a ghost accidentally caught on camera? Or simply one of Josh's friends messing around? And if it is one of his friends, they certainly have tiny little hands. Watch your...
Interesting.
Fake.
Yeah, I think it's just a friend pulling a prank.
So, yeah, I definitely do think it's one of his friends right there because that hand is so much movement. It has color.
Mm-hmm. You see a little bit of flesh tone to it.
And the reason being, when he was leaving the incident, he giggled. he did not hold his demeanor leaving the Winnebago. He kind of giggled, saying, "What was that?" So that's where I think it's his friends. That one's absolutely fake.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fake. There's no way. There's no way.
I mean,
that's all I got for that
yeah. Kudos to his friend for getting up on that rusted thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised it held up with all the windows missing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's go ahead and that's it. I may not have to get back into Josh, Pokemon.
Yeah, they're talking Pokemon on there. So yeah, Burst Select, he does like his Pokemon.
I haven't played that in forever.
I've played. I like it. I mean, I only play for a little bit. It's not like I'm like addicted like Josh does, like a lot of like WoW and stuff like that. But it is fun.
All right, cool. Let's roll that last one.
Yep.
Your step. French paranormal explorer Oz from the YouTube channel Project Activity travels to haunted locations all over France to investigate and record proof of the paranormal. In this episode, he investigates a house that is said to be extremely haunted. The house's owner, who wishes to remain anonymous, says that both of her grandparents passed away inside the home. She claims that after she moved in with her children, she began to experience terrifying paranormal activity on a daily basis. Every night when she would lie asleep in bed, she says that she would be woken up by the chilling sensation of something stroking and caressing her cheek. Even though the nightly event frightened her, she believed that this could be the spirit of one of her grandparents, peacefully watching over her and her children. But then, one night, something happened that changed her mind forever. Just after midnight, as the woman lay sleeping, she was suddenly jolted awake by the feeling of her bed frame violently shaking. The entire bed seemed to levitate off the ground and then seemed to be forcefully thrown a few feet across the room. The woman now no longer believed that this was the peaceful spirit of one of her grandparents haunting the home. She believed it was something much more dark and sinister. Something that might wish to harm her and her children. The family moved out of the house the very next day, and the home has remained empty ever since. Paranormal investigator Oz from the YouTube channel Project Activity investigates the mysterious house to figure out just what is haunting the family. In his investigation, he uses some very unconventional tools, one of which is a small piece of paper placed inside a plexiglass box. The idea is that no wind or air currents can move the paper inside the box, so the only way it can move is by something supernatural. Oz is setting up a second device in the same room, which I'll get back to in a second. But as he prepares, right behind him, this happens.
Donc je vais l'activer et je vais vous montrer comment ça fonctionne. Non, c'est pareil.
The piece of paper inside the plexiglass box mysteriously moves on its own. Oz doesn't notice and continues setting up his second, rather unusual device, a theremin. The theremin is sometimes used as a musical instrument, but it can also be used as a sensor. The theremin creates a tone whenever someone comes close to the antenna on top of the device.
This is a theremin. It's an electronic instrument. And you produce music or sound by waving your hand into an electrical field.
So not long after Oz has set up the theremin, something very strange happens.
Elle avait ici, alors là je vous montre avec ma petite lampe, il y avait un lit. Donc la tête... Bon, très honnêtement, je ne sais pas pourquoi il s'est déclenché. Vous pouvez le refaire s'il se déclenche. Je sais pas encore.
Now, just a bit freaked out, he continues on with his investigation. But it seems that whatever was messing with the theremin isn't done with Oz yet.
Et pour l'histoire, donc comme vous pouvez, j'avais pu le constater, c'est une histoire qui est plutôt intéressante. Merde, c'est quoi ça? C'est la lanière de ma lampe torche. J'ai l'impression qu'on vient de tirer dessus. La lampe torche, elle est au sol.
Oz claims that something pulled on his pocket flashlight and broke the strap, causing the flashlight to fall hard to the floor. But then things get downright chilling.
Il y a eu ce truc avec cette batterie, ma lampe là, la lampe de poche qui s'est... J'ai eu l'impression en fait que quelqu'un m'a tiré des mains. Ça a pété la lanière qui est cassée là, vous pouvez le voir. Et en fait elle est... en fait la lanière est complètement pétée.
A strange whisper can be heard and a door behind Oz slams him in the back.
En fait la lanière est complètement pétée.
Throughout his investigation, Oz has managed to stay relatively calm. But what happens next even frightens him.
Si je vous dérange dans cet étage, je descends. Je vous demanderai de ne pas faire de bêtises. Là, par contre, je pisse. Sans déconner, c'est quoi ce bordel? Et franchement, il faut pas faire ça, quoi. Putain, je vais me faire pousser, quoi.
The ghost hunter gets an unexplained push in the back by an invisible force and almost falls down the stairs. What the woman told him about the dark intentions of the spirit that haunts the home seemed to be true, as he has been attacked not once, but twice, by something he just can't see. So, is this house haunted by some dangerous malevolent spirit or demon? Let me know what you think down in the comments. That's all.
Yes, I haunt your house.
You love that thing so much, don't you?
Yes, I love it.
For this one, I actually like this video. This video is one of the better done videos because it shows him trying to debunk stuff. And I forgot about those things.
I want one.
I have one. So
yay!
I forget about those because that's like the basic thing of audio when you first. Oh, let me mute my other computer. Sorry. Is one of the things because it's kind of based on the REM pod, and that's how the REM pod's just only delegated 4 different sirens and lights. Essentially, that's what that is.
Yeah,
is that's what a REM pod is. And but they use it for an actual musical instrument back in the 50s and 60s, really the 60s, mid 50s, mid 60s. It had a real good run. And that's where, if you ever know that he did it in the first when he was illustrating it, that's where the original UFO sound came from, was that machine.
Interesting.
Yep, that is where the very first UFO sound they used for the Jetsons and stuff on that machine. It's pretty cool. So they're very cool machines. I have one at school to show the kids. But that guy, I do like how he is very calm and collected, and he does try to prove or disprove, and he does it multiple times. He does. I just like that video. I really did.
Yeah. I am now.
React too much,
I'm now looking up how much it costs.
They're not bad. Did you spell it right?
Yes.
Sorry, guys. Excuse me.
THEREMINS.
Thurmans. So it's a very cool machine too. I'd like to have one for our group ourselves.
Yeah, it's 99
really
bucks.
Cool. No, they're not bad. They're cheap.
Yeah.
They're cheap.
It looks exactly like the one he had.
Yep. It looks like an old, like a 6-foot antenna.
Mm-hmm.
We need to buy that.
Yeah, you need to stop dying.
I know I'm dying over here. Sorry. The big thing for me is I like how he did prove or disprove everything. He said donating now. Are you buying it now, Josh? But let's go ahead and say if we want to get one of these machines, guys, you can go down to our check out our merch. Comment right
we
there.
pinned it there.
Go buy some merch. Yeah, go buy some merch for us. Let us get this new fancy thing and see it in action. But for me,
yeah, the video
is the biggest. That's I don't know. I just like that one. I really like that video. I have nothing. Yeah, I like that video. He proved everything I would have proved or disproved, you know?
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. I liked the Thurman, and I was not aware of it, honestly.
True. I mean, I knew about it, but it's something I've used in the past when I was, getting my degree in audio. We use that just as like a little project to demonstrate how how you can change frequencies and do stuff like that. And we just use it as a little project.
Mm-hmm.
Never even thought of using it in the paranormal aspect until now.
Yes, and see, that's why I like watching these people that aren't mainstream. Because
instrument. We learn stuff on it and we'll apply it and get back on, when we use it on investigation.
Yeah, and
$99. Let's get one.
I agree. and it's just another it's another way of thinking outside the box on how to get evidence.
Yes. And one thing I like that people have used to or starting to use like old school bells. Or, back in old cases, back when Ed and Lorraine Warren used to do it, they'd get so technical they would put thermostats wired to cameras. And when the thermostat would sense the temperature difference, it would normally kick your furnace on to make it hotter or cooler. They were using that when it would flip to change the temperature. It would take a picture.
Yeah. And again, work smarter.
Stuff like that.
Work smarter, not harder.
It's just the simple stuff like that is just awesome. Well, what do you think, Kev? What do you want to do?
That was awesome. I enjoyed. I mean, so what did you think? What would be your thoughts? I mean, we don't know what's there, but what would be your thought on that?
On that last video?
Yeah.
I would think more into wanting to go to the place and actually do an investigation myself because
yeah.
That video. But I'm just saying that's how I would think about it. Is that video itself convinced me that there might be something there enough so I would want to investigate and get my own answers.
Yeah, things. I'll say props to that dude. Props to that dude for doing it alone.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of guys, some guys that do it alone think they're hot macho and they're complete D-bags and they, bring a bad name to the paranormal world. But there's guys like this who keep it calm and collective and actually produce good videos. And,
well,
it could have been great evidence right there.
This video was good. We don't know him personally. Don't want to, I don't know, but he seemed to handle himself pretty well.
He did handle himself pretty well. And we've seen what other single people in the paranormal world that can cause devastation.
Yeah, we don't want to shine light on those people because they don't.
Oh, no.
I know you. I was just saying in general. We typically don't talk about that stuff, but there is a lot of paranormal drama. Unfortunately, we steer clear of it, or we are just pretty much non-commenters. People try to poke it, and we just. If you don't react, they They don't get their thrill, you know, and then yeah.
Fact.
So
You're stating facts.
now if we make a mistake on something and we get called out, we'll definitely make a comment. But you know, people who just want to stir or to piss off,
Yeah.
we don't engage.
Well, what I want to say here is I did send Kevin another short video chat, but it's up to you guys. So what I want to hear is Kevin and I could wrap this show up right now and call it a good, high five ourselves.
And
Great
save
show
that,
tonight, guys.
save it for later.
And save that video for it. But if you guys want to hang out, go over some more videos, drink a little bit of more booze, have some fun with us, we'll roll that video and give you another 15, 20 minutes.
While we're deciding that, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
Oh yeah, go to the bathroom. I'll sit here and chit chat with them. So in the chat, make sure you just let us know what you want us to do. I'm game. I got another half bottle of wine. Let's make this rock. It's Saturday night. Woohoo! Look, I'm awake above 10. Ha ha ha. Let's see it. What do you want to see, Kayla? The video? You nasty. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are down, it's a Saturday night. Obviously, you're watching us. We love it. We love you guys tuning into us. I mean, I hope you guys like what we're doing and what we're trying to do and bring you good shows and a little bit of gaming content. Trevor's in, so that's 2 ends. So when Kevin gets back, we'll have him roll it. We can make fun of him. Like anybody other like, if you look at the back of his little bench there. Yeah, leg cramp free, Kayla. You are absolutely right. Yeah, that's crazy. My leg cramp last weekend sucked. But all his action figures are staring down at him. Anybody ever notice that? I just noticed that because he's not there. Like the Stay Puff is just staring down. I'm like, hey, Kevin. Great. Yeah, I think we're back now, guys. I apologize for that. I'm still here. I am still here. Sorry, I had to my machine. We started talking again. It just got done. It got done and being stupid. It's just being dumb. Look at that picture of me. That's awesome. So again, while we're waiting on him, check out our merch store. I'm back. Calm down. I'm back, guys. It's okay. Just we lost Kevin. He actually disappeared. Next podcast might be on the disappearance of Kevin. Man, he only had 1 beer. Why is it taking so long? This is crazy. He can never do that again. We can never let him leave. Well, while we're waiting on him, I'll tell you guys a paranormal story. I think I kind of told it a little bit on a couple podcasts. It might have been way a long time ago when we first started this. We were at Black Moon Manor, and I'm saying it reminded me of what they were doing in like the hallway. I was kind of challenging the spirit, and I was telling to do something, and then I was in there with a buddy, and I heard the spirit down the hallway, kind of thought I saw a shadow figure, heard the scratching down the hallway with the running, and I feel something in my chest, hit me right here, boom, lifts me up, knocks me through a plastic chair. One of the craziest ones. Yes, we do have a lot of cool stuff happening. One of the coolest things, one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me. We only had audio rolling on it. We didn't have video rolling. But unfortunately, that place does not exist anymore. But still, I think I've covered it on here. I don't remember. But that's just one of the most memorable moments. Just looking down a hallway, seeing what you thought as a dark figure, then hearing scratches and seeing scratches up the hallway to the point to where, like, once it hits you in the chest, your light goes out. The other guy that's beside you screaming like a crazy idiot, and it's hilarious. And he goes, "Woo, oh, what's going on? Oh, what's going on?" That's exactly what he sounded like. It was hilarious. But I got picked up and it was a good 5 feet to that chair. I demolished it. I'm a big guy, guys. When I go flying through the air, it's, you better watch out. It's not the flying through the air aspect I'm worried about. It's the stop. Just like when I get running. Running's not the issue. I can run all day long. It's when I got to go stop or turn. I'm going to snap an ankle. You got to be careful like that. I think Kevin died. I think he's gone. He's gone forever. Where did he go? Dear God, my man. Maybe if we yell at him, Kevin. Nope, didn't hear us. Well, that's all right. We'll still. What's my dream investigation? My dream investigation would be, I've always wanted to go to like do a boat tour on like down in New Orleans or something like that, down in the swamp. That would probably be my dream. Or yeah, Kevin dead. Kevin died, guys. I think he died. Or St. Augustine Lighthouse. St. Augustine's Lighthouse. That would be a good one. Did I die too? I'm still here, right? Oh no. Did you lose me too? What's going on here? Okay, no, I'm here. But yeah, that would be like St. Augustine there. Or I've always wanted to go to any castle. Like really any castle is a big dream of mine. Edinburgh, Scotland has been a good one to go to the tunnels there. The Paris tunnels have always been on my bucket list. But just because the Paris tunnel is literally made out of human bones. The catacombs there are literally made out of millions of bodies. And it's absolutely insane. We've talked about it. It's really, really cool. Yeah. Chat, what are you thinking? Kayla, what's yours? Let's talk about that. Guys, I think he's doing number 2 now. He's not doing number 1. It can't take that long. He's definitely deucing it. Next time we do the show with 3 people so this doesn't happen again. It's okay. Oh, no. We lost him. Oh, I heard a door. Dear God. Where? I heard him. I heard a door. Oh. I had no choice. It shut down again.
Yeah.
And then you went poop and not pee and took like 37 minutes.
No, so sorry. Abby just got home. She had allergic reaction.
Oh, poor Abby. Is she okay?
So yeah, she's doing better.
I figured something happened along the lines of something else happened. But in our heads, you were taking a poop and that's what we were going with. So it's really up to you then, Kevin. If you got to get off here, we won't run this video.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it unfortunately, because she had a allergic. She got some new medicine or some like foundation or something, and she had an allergic reaction, and her face like all like puffed up, and her eyes were starting to close, like while she was driving because she was trying to get home. And she took Benadryl before. So she took Benadryl before and made it to pharmacy and CVS, and they were just like, take off your mask. We need to see what's going on here. So they got her some cream and stuff. So, they're talking about the Winchester House. That place is awesome. I haven't been, but I've heard awesome things.
That's a good thing. So we will unfortunately take this video on to the next podcast. You guys will just have to stay tuned. Thank you for sitting with me and listening to my shenanigans at the end there.
Sorry, I took a while. So
we had so many things that happened there. You were dead, or you were pooping and fell in, and we were going through all the scenarios. Not that one.
I was kidnapped by aliens.
There you go. Well, guys, we want to thank you for tuning in. We will pick this back up next Saturday, 9 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel, guys.
Yep. And
Kevin, I wish Abby the best to get better tonight.
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend a little time, see what's going on, see how I can help her out. So
all righty.
But appreciate everyone tuning in. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.